Brandon back. Time for more SexxxPerTease. Today's episode is about why are so many gay men biphobic? I kind of can't really relate to this because pretty much all of my significant relationships have been with bisexual men, so I tend to do better with bi guys. I think it's because I'm feminine, and bi men in my experience have been more open to femininity and being with feminine guys. I feel like mostly in my experience, gay men tend to be more femphobic, so I do better with bi guys than gay ones because most gay men seem to be chasing after someone that's masculine. But I have encountered many guys that I guess are biphobic and are turned off at the thought of their man being with women. I just think because I do think a lot of gay men tend to claim to be bi still, even though they know they're gay, but they're still scared of admitting to being gay because they feel like in a way if they still admit that they like women and claim to be bi, that they get a pass and I guess get to escape some level of homophobia, or that it's more acceptable to be bi, but in reality they know they're gay. Like, I met so many guys in Atlanta that are like, oh yeah, I'm bi, but I haven't been with women in like 2 to 3 years. I'm kind of like, to me, if you're bisexual, it means you equally like men or women, or like the numbers are close to like even. So like that means you equally are pursuing men and women and like both equally. But if you haven't been with one in like 2-3 years, like several years, like I feel like that means you clearly are gay, but you're still claiming to be bi. I mean, like if you have all gay friends or out in the gay club every week, yeah, you're claiming to be bi. Like that, I look at with a side eye. It seems skeptical to me. Like, I think you're gay, but you are afraid to admit it. And there are a lot of gay men like that. But there are also bisexual men that are actually bi and equally like men and women, are sexually attracted to both. They like vagina, they like penis, like ass, whether the gender attached, like they might even like trans. So like, well, I guess it's pansexual, but like they equally like men and women. So being bi is not just gay men that are confused and afraid to admit that they're gay, but there are some that like that claim to be bi, and I think that's why so many gay men are biphobic, because they want a man that is secure and knows what he wants and is absolute about his sexuality. And I also just feel like a lot of gay men probably fear that if they are dating someone that's bi, that they might go back to women. Like, I think it's natural just to be scared of your partner leaving you, but if you have to worry about your partner leaving you for like a woman, it's like if you want to build a future and have a future with someone, and then it's like you want to get married, you might want to start a family, but if you're gay, it's like you can't just like get pregnant or have a baby. So it's like if somebody chooses to like, if someone's bi, they could eventually just be like, you know what, I want to have kids one day, or I want my family to accept me, and they choose to like, they get dumped if they're in a same-sex relationship, so they could go back, the partner can go be with a heterosexual relationship and have like the normal, like, okay, we get married, we have kids, whatnot. You don't have to worry about the homophobia of your family, you don't have to worry about like being ostracized or kicked out, because it's like you're doing it to please your family. So like, I do think many gay men have that fear that like, if they choose to be with a bisexual man, that they are like a phase and just something temporary, and it's not long term, even though the gay partner does see it as long term, but the bisexual one could get scared in a way. And I do feel like many gay men have experienced relationships or trying to be with someone bi, because I honestly feel like every gay man's been with a straight guy at one point, even though it's like they clearly aren't straight if they're getting with guys, but like they are confused, discovering their sexuality, curious, whatnot, and like many of us have fallen for that straight guy, even though knowing that like it's only going to lead to heartbreak and hurt because they are confused and they don't know what they want. And that honestly was pretty much all my relationships with every bi man I've had, because there are a lot that are confused and don't know what they want and aren't ready, I guess, to openly date a guy, and many of them choose to like date girls, but they'll fuck guys on the side on the DL. So it's like many gay men just don't want to deal with that bullshit of like heartbreak and hurt that comes with investing your time and feelings and love into someone that you know can't give it back to you and isn't ready to be open and honest with themselves and give you the life and future that you want to have with them, because they are too scared of rejection and society's homophobia and the homophobia of their friends or family, or losing the life that they've had. So it is hard, and I do think the biphobia is mainly just in fear of heartbreak. I don't think, like, gay men just naturally hate bisexual men. Like, I feel like gay men don't want to deal with bi men because they're scared that they're going to be treated like a phase, or that it's not serious, or that the bi man is going to leave them for a woman. And in reality, like, they can't give the bi man what the bi guy might want if he wants a woman or vagina or natural kids. Like, there are certain things you can't do in a same-sex relationship that heterosexual relationships make easier, especially like the acceptance and the family and just whatnot. And I feel like that is why many gay men suffer from biphobia, or why biphobia runs rampant in society. But personally, not biphobic, but yeah, that's my answer for why biphobia is so common in the gay community. Thanks for joining me for more SexxxPerTease.